Hello there. It's your boy, Tasty Cake. Okay, this is going on podcast. I had planned to do videos podcast and videos starting Thursday. I had notes written and I didn't have my paper on me because I left it on my counter, thinking, what did I write down? What did I write down? Then I kept thinking, well, it'll be there tomorrow. I tried to do two Instagram live videos because that's all I have on my tablet when I go to sleep. No viewers, so I deleted it. I did one last night just to say, hey Instagram, go to my page. Go to youtube.com/Reverend Amagon. Go to Facebook, Reverend Amagon on YouTube. Build my mentality here, because I'm a vlogger now that I can podcast these if I choose to. I chose that title as well. Makes me feel good. Makes me, I'm sharing something without dealing with people hand on, as I always seem to do. So Friday comes along, paper was gone. I found one of the papers. Well, found what I was talking about. And I'm going to do that in a moment, another podcast. But I didn't. It's getting later and later on Friday, later and later on Saturday, later and later on Sunday. And I was going to start these earlier, but I had the last video I was doing about coins, so please watch that video. I do have coins for sale. Probably have, and most likely have valuable foreign coins. I should write that down too. Give me a moment while I type that in the description of the last one. Okay, I wrote that down too. Because I had to go through all my coins. And as I stated in the video, which is taking an hour to load, I just when I had the internet fixed, it's taking an hour to load a freaking video. Everyone's using my blasted bandwidth. I have a lot of, for the next week only, before I deposit the bicentennial quarters to the bank, I will sell those for face value, as well as 50-cent pieces, dollar coins, as in Eisenhower big coins, the couple that I have, very few, so I might not do that one. It all depends. Because the few I have of that, maybe, true value, actual value instead of face value. So I got that on the video. So that's actually something I did today. I stopped writing. I stopped acting. I stopped singing. All this stuff because, it's not just the ADHD, but the stress that comes about through depression of, say, people are just horrible creatures. They expect and demand so much, and, that explains why I only had a pissant raise. Not, it was still something. It rounded my numbers back up. Full dollar value per hour. Then you get those, and I post memes on Facebook all the time, saying, I have a lot of money, I'm coming to your place. Well, I get paid by the hour. I've said that too. So, I get paid by the hour. You don't like it, somewhere else. That's why places like Kroger is luring people in who have food stamps. Give them an extra 5% discount for money they're already receiving for free because they are lying to the government. I mean, trust me, every day I see this. We see how people have these numbers. I go, how is it you're not been reported yet? Why lying and scamming and nothing's done about you. Then again, nothing's done about the rich either. They cheat for forever and a day while the middle class slowly disappears. That's why I'm selling my coins. That's why I had to sell everything else too, man. Everything has to be taken care of. Can't take it with you. And, it's just getting too overwhelming. That's why, I gave up the acting, gave up the singing, gave up the writing, and just started just overpowered by, well, I want this, I want that, I want that. And then my mind's like, if I could go back, tell myself, don't. Just don't. Do this instead. Don't be attached to anything. And then maybe, just maybe, you won't be alone. You never know. Even though when I'm alone, I feel better. There's just too many people causing problems. So doing these blogs now, and just the regular videos, is what keeps me going. Clears the mind. I mean, next I gotta clean up my desk, but I'm going to do a few more videos, a couple podcast attachments. But, I was told I can go work, I can go back to work 5 days a week. But for now, become complaining about it, but I get my amount of my money back, I definitely, what? I constantly keep saying I need to sell the stuff. And I can do the videos. I can do a video on every single thing. I'll have 10 billion videos going on here. And I probably will. I mean, I'm going to do a video about what I bought from Dollar Tree, for goodness sakes. I went in there just to buy a drying dish mat for $1.25. It's like, I ended up with the Hot Wheels cars. I ended up with the Vader that I always said I was going to buy and paint. Do the Revenge of the Jedi cover art. Some dry red paint, Take a paint, let it dry off in a dry brush it. Take water down. I used to know how to do these things. That's what the internet's for now, is to help me remember. And a device to see if I can rebuild an item, which it should be done. Should easily be done. But then I still have customs I want done, Customs that I saw, like, what, Corey, I do want that. You're awesome. I want one too. And I see something leaning against the wall on my monitor that needs to be adjusted. So I guess I'll do that before I do anything else. But we lost a lot of people because they just gave up so quickly. For me is, I would just, stay asleep, watch TV. I don't even read a book anymore. I just too tired to even bother picking it up. Just put on a remote, turn on TV. I still got that thing for that couple shows from Svengoolie from a couple months ago I want to watch. I just put it on the background like I normally do. Instead of putting on the music, trying to say, okay, I'm going to list some videos of songs I like just so people can see and bring more people in. I need to stop doing that again. Remember Ricky Nelson saying, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. It's self-care. And after what happened this morning, well, I just say it all is fine now. Still need a shave. I'll shave a little bit later. I'll shave if I have to be on the show tomorrow night. I'll shave tonight anyway. I usually shave and go out on Tuesday, so I'm all nice and shaving cream, feel nice and clean. Stuff like that. Okay. But just remember, there are people out there that struggle all the time. At the point of I don't care, and I can kind of get away with it as long as I don't curse them out and I don't raise my voice. If I don't mumble, it's even better because you see my mask move, but I get so frustrated and angry, I start speaking louder and louder. if I just, whisper, not even whisper, just mouth the words and I can hear in my head. That's nothing. Some people say they can't hear the voices in their head when they're speaking. Like, you don't have an internal conversation with yourself. Yeah, it's true. People are that way. Internal conversation. Of course, some speak loudly when they're having that conversation. Like, okay, Jesse, you need we see you talking, we see your hands moving. Like, I just let it run through my head, and like, Oh, I see some more coins I need to put away. I can take those coins and put them in the bank too. It's all about breathing. There was one video that said 6, 6, 6, 6. Breathe in through your nose. Count of 6. Hold it 6. Breathe out 6 through your mouth. Don't breathe for 6. Another one said 4, 7, 8. Breathe in through your nose 4 seconds. Hold it for 7 seconds. Breathe out. Are you going? Hear that. Take a breath first. 4, 7, 8. 4 in. Hold 7. Out 8. And you're supposed to do that like 3 to 10 times. 3 to 10. 3 times a day. I mean, you do feel better because you're breathing in oxygen, letting out a lot of crap. That's important. You have to breathe. Because another video said if the only reason why you're still alive because you breathe every 6 minutes. If you stop breathing for 6 minutes, you're dead. Like, okay. Kind of a scary thing because a lot of people have sleep apnea. Not sleep apnea. The COPD and stuff. Like, whoa. Maybe a sleep apnea too? I don't know. Was I supposed to look up? I'm supposed to look up something else too. Anyway. Depression. It hurts. People don't say you don't have it, and people don't need to know you have it. That's your own internal struggle. If you can get help, please get help. But don't let the ignorance get to you. Don't let those stupid people just make things worse. Just be happy, okay? Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, time waits and turns slowly.